There was a whole cast of stars at this year's Fastnet Film Festival in Schull, from Bill Pullman to Domhnall Gleeson, Barry Keoghan and Nicola Coughlan of Derry Girls fame. There was also Aiden Gillen and Maria Doyle-Kennedy of Kin fame, to mention but a few who attended this year's festival. The Southern Star spoke to Steve Park, a director of the West Cork Film Studios. Steve Park, you're on door duty here just before Domhnall Gleeson. There's a queue down the street. Can you tell me how you're finding the festival and explain West Cork Film Studios links with Bill Pullman?
Okay, I'm finding the festival absolutely amazing as general. A little bit more relaxed this year. We've sort of come back down on guest numbers, but all the events are full. It's running smoothly as usual. It's fantastic. And then, so Bill Pullman's link. Bill Pullman is playing a lead in one of our production that's coming through us called Everybody Digs Bill Evans. He arrived on Friday. He's an absolute gent. Very easy, and just through his link with what he's doing with the studios, we were able to get him a guest spot. We asked if he would honourably do a guest spot for the Fastnet Film Festival.
And can I ask, how long will that production be filming in West Cork?
We will be here for the shoot. Will be about 3.5 weeks.
Lovely.
3 months, starting tomorrow.
Lovely. So another good day for West Cork Film Studios.
I can't believe the success. And
Okay.
it could fall on us bum next year. I don't know, but at the moment it's going extremely well. Better than what if we went back 18 months ago, I could not have wished for what is happening now. We have 2 productions in at the same time, all A-list, really good stories, and we have another nice one coming very soon as well. So we're already looking at next year, so it's fantastic.
Bill Pullman told the audience about the movie and also about his possible West Cork connections.
We're shooting a movie that starts tomorrow, right? And it's called Everybody Digs Bill Evans. And Bill Evans is a jazz piano player, and I play his alcoholic father. And Laurie Metcalf is in it as well, and of course Andres Dennison Lee is playing the lead. So Fastnet, which I got an email from a relative who I made acquaintance over email. She's English and from England, and but a Pullman, and she's interested in genealogy. So she says, "Hey, I see you're going to be at this Fastnet Festival." I really just barely said yes, and then all that's out. And she said, "I'm going to come." So I'm having a particularly good time realizing that we have this Irish roots in Scaries. And it dates from a long time ago. And so Julie Pullman here, who is near Middleborough in northern England, and so we made this realization that there was not only Pullmans there that are operating from the 1700s on, but that we have one document, or she has one document that she showed to me, that was of a John Pullman coming through West Cork. Oh. And so we're hoping that we can find out what that document is at the Heritage Centre.
Earlier that day, while on walkabout, the Southern Star met Julie Pullman and Bill, and Julie explained the connection.
I was investigating my family history, and I came across the fact that my great-great-grandfather and Bill Pullman's great-great-grandfather were brothers, were brought up together in Skerries in Dublin. So I got in touch with Bill when he was in a play in London and contacted him and said, "If you're interested in the family history, let me know." And he did. So we've been emailing for the last 3 years, and then now I've managed to come and meet up with him.
Very good. And this is your first time meeting?
First time meeting.
Lovely. And how's it going?
It's brilliant. He's a lovely person and really interested in the family history, and he's been able to give me information from the American side of the family, because part of the family went to America. So he gave me those details and made up the story.
That is absolutely wonderful. Thank you for talking to me.
Okay, thank you.
There were full houses throughout the 5-day festival, and people hung on every word that the Irish actor Barry Keoghan had to say.
Domhnall Gleeson Abbey Theatre trying to wing a monologue, and they were like, cool. I was like, okay, not getting in there. But, you know, I didn't get into any drama schools, and that can have a bit of a dent on you.
Yeah.
You know, and you can sort of get your confidence knocked that
But you
way.
were kind of really confident when you came to me. I remember you coming to me, and like you're now in the factory, and I'm in the middle of casting off Hayden at the time, and there's lots of really interesting people moving in and out of the building. But I remember you saying to me, I have a list of directors I want to work with.
Oh, wow.
And I remember being really amused.
I think it's somewhere here.
And the list, and I might just repeat some of the list.
Yeah.
It was Christopher Nolan, Martin McDonagh, Andrea Arnold, P.T. Anderson, Major, and I remember looking at you and laughing and going, "Mush, laughing." To date, he has worked with every single one of the people I mentioned.
For the next 15 months, Barry Keoghan said he will be engaged in a 4-movie deal about the Beatles in which he will play Ringo Starr.
It's like, expect it to be mine, and I want to show the commitment. So I remember in New York this time last year, I grabbed the Ringo, you know, clip online and got some friends in New York to shoot it on 4:3 in black and white.
Wow.
And set it up right before the Met Gala, by the way, a crazy day. I got them to shoot it in this hotel, and literally just gave my version of it, you know, but tried to make it not an imitation or a mimic, you know. And I remember sending it in, and again, it wasn't an audition. They weren't asking for tapes, but I wanted to really show that I was committed.
That you were committed and that it was worthy of you.
Yeah, the drumming's gone great. I've been doing it like 6-7 months now. Yeah. Even when I didn't have the part, I was doing it. I've got blisters on my hands now, but we're in full camp now for like 16-17 weeks, I think, and it's just an absolute joy. You know, that we're given this space to. It's sort of like a camp. It is a boot camp, and it's a place where you get to find, you get to try new things for Ringo. You get to, you know, approach the walk, the accent, play around with the face, and it's a place of failing. It's a place of like learning, trying, and so that's the process I'm in right now. And again, I don't leave the boot camp really. I'm like always like leaving late because it's a playground for me.
And of course, another highlight this year was the interview with Domhnall Gleeson. He had them rolling in the aisles.
You know, someone said to me the other day that your family has replaced the Cusacks.
No, we've not replaced anyone. No. Cusacks are doing great.
But what was it like growing up in an acting family?
Well, I don't know that it was an acting family really until I was into my sort of teens. My dad didn't start acting until he was, or professionally until he was 34. He'd been a secondary school teacher before that. My mum was a community welfare officer, and so it didn't feel like an acting house until a little bit later than that, you know? But what I remember from my dad sort of growing up when the acting thing was really happening was that he worked really hard, and that when he wasn't working he was writing all the time and he was trying to make stuff happen. And that's what I remember. But it was also just a great house to grow up in. Like, I was very lucky. My mum is amazing, my dad's fantastic. We were reading all the time, making, like, it was a great imaginative place to grow up.
And the last word about the Fun Film Festival goes to Hilary McCarthy. Hilary McCarthy, you're head of communications and programming. Can you give us an outline of how successful this year's festival has been?
Well, it's been a bumper year for us. We've had phenomenal guests and a huge turnout. The weather's been amazing. We've just had sort of one sort of rainy day, and that's pushed people into the movies, so it's been a good thing. But,
You've had a lot of stars this year, but I've also been looking at the short films and they're exceptionally high standard.
well, we got over 600 competition entries, and only 25% of those actually made it through to competition. So the level is phenomenal, and the whole diversity of what's included is really interesting. Anybody who's gone into any of the programs has come out delighted with what they've seen.
Very good. And the star quality to this year's festival?
Oh, incredible. I mean, we had a quiz last night, and on stage judging the singing was Domhnall Gleeson, Nicola Coughlan, Barry Keoghan, Maria Doyle Kennedy and Aiden Gillen.
Lovely.
I mean, where would you get it?
Thank you.